Hi there, ladies and gents. Just thought I'd jump on the PTS and check out Koltyr, if that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. But anyway, first thing I noticed is that the lighting looks really funky. It just seems very kind of, I don't know, purpley? Bluey? I don't know. That's a problem. Stuck in the energy lift. It does move you upwards, but only to there. Okay, looks like there's not a gap there for some reason. These look funky. Never mind. Anyway, let's get in the sky and have a look around. So, just a reminder of those of you that haven't seen Koltyr, this is the new player continent which will kick you out after a short, once you hit a certain power rank. So yeah, let's have a look. Now, if I just hit the map while I'm flying aimlessly into a hill, you can see that I can't actually tell where I am. Now, let's try turning on all this stuff. Oh no, not crashed yet. It's very misty and cloudy, which I quite like. It reduces the draw distance, so I guess that's going to mean that the combat that's going on is going to be a lot kind of closer in, so you're going to need to close, and it's going to be more difficult to kill things from huge distances, and that could be pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm not showing up on the minimap either, which is odd. So anyway, this is the Amp Station Outpost. So we've got a tower facility, we've got the big old warehouse buildings where they've got a cap point. It's a 3-point base, as you can see from the minimap. You've got this other one inside these two L-shaped buildings. I don't use that. Don't know. And you've got this huge spawn room just here, which, yeah, it does appear to be a spawn room. So that's interesting. You've got lots of wide open space. I guess they're going to be putting in more terrain and finishing this whole thing off, because it doesn't quite look finished. Over here, what we've got, the Koltyr Biolab Outpost, which is another 3-point cap point. Very similar to the other one, except you've got this a few other bits and pieces, different sized buildings. So if I zoom in, you can see you've got this one, and over here we've got this tech plant outpost, and down here we've got the amp station outpost, which I was just at. Now you can see that you've got the NC coming in from the south. You've got this amp station. We've got the biolab over there, which looks like worth checking out. We've got, of course, the tech plant coming in from the north from the TR gate. Now, if I quickly have a look over here, the tech plant looks pretty standard. It'll be interesting to see what kind of biolab they're putting in, whether they're putting the new version from Amrish, or as well as, of course, the amp stations, because bear in mind we've got, what, 3 different amp stations currently, so we'll see what type of amp station we've got on the other one. So this seems pretty standard. Yeah, we've got all these usual buildings on the other on that side, we've got the shield gens and whatnot. So let's have a quick look around. I saw on Twitter that one of the artist is working on a new texture for this place, so it's probably going to be very muddy, as well as having these like snowy mountains, which look all right.
Is restricted. You are in a restricted area.
But yeah, you kind of got steps, as it were, up to the warp gates, which is nice. What is going on with this amp station? What exactly is that? I think I remember seeing this on Twitter, but we've got this way in down the bottom. Let's investigate. Where around my scythe? I'm not much of a pilot. Anyway, let's have a look inside. So this is this large warehouse building, pretty standard. Got our steps up. There's no way up from this though, which is interesting. I was kind of expecting there to be something in here leading up to the other one. Maybe this is where they're going to have vehicle pads or something. Actually, there's no basement to this biolab. Now notice that they've got 3 ways up into this, so 3 energy lifts, which rather than the standard one, there's no jump pads leading in from elsewhere. You've got an air terminal floating in midair there, which is handy. And if we have a look inside, let's make the minimap big, you've got 3-point cap, so there's no 5th point. You've got the standard bases, standard bits and pieces, spawn room in the middle. What's the other side though? I really want to see what's at the other side. There's that strange building. I guess there's going to be... I know all the vehicle bays are at the other side, I see. So let's have a run through, check it out while we're here. But yeah, see what I mean about the lighting? It just seems not quite right. So different continent though, different lighting gives it a different feel to it, which I like. Lets you know immediately which continent you're on, even if you're not outside. So here, what have we got then? So they've slabbed off this. And then underneath here we've got the... I see. That's alright. Quite like that. Now, we'll pop over to the amp station and check out what the deal is with that. But, yeah, it's an interesting thing. I like the way that they've played with having the biolab on the ground. It means that it's a lot easier for attacking troops to get in a lot faster, because the problem with the biolabs is the logistics of getting people inside, because it just takes so long. And even with the new biolab, where you've got the teleporters right in the basement, because for some reason you can't deploy Sunderers down there, it still takes too long. They've not addressed the problem with the logistics of getting into that biolab, or at least from the limited play experience I've seen on that myself. I don't know if it was bugged when I was there, but I couldn't deploy a Sunderer down by the basement, and that's a missed trick, if you ask me. But anyway, let's have a look. So, yeah, there's not really any cover up here, which is going to make for a hard time attacking that. So let's have a quick jump over to the amp station. Yeah, I do like bridges. I like the unique base designs that they've got. Although they're all 3-point bases, so these fights are going to take ages. It's going to be a real meat grinder over them, especially for new players. Right, so here's our amp station. So it looks pretty standard from the air. You've got the external spawn point, probably. No shields on the roof. So is that the external spawn point? No, they've got the shield generator there. So this is... Oops, that was completely the wrong button. So, what have we got? We got the spawn terminal in there. We've got the individual cap point, so it's not one of the 3-point bases like Zervan. Is it Paris that's designed like this, I think, where you've got the inside. Yeah, you've got the shield gen just here. You've got these people spawn room down in there. Yeah, so internal spawn, shield gen inside, and then yeah, there are wall shields, but yeah, both down. Just that one's bugged on the odd minimap. Classic bug that needs to be removed. SOE when you have the time and the coders and the inclination. But yeah, so we've got this. I'm pretty sure it's Paris style amp station, which makes it slightly easier for the defenders with everything inside, at least until they get halfway through the cap. Anyway, that is Koltyr, this new player area, and I think it's a pretty good idea because out in the real world of Araxis, we've got, of course, all the players that have been playing the game for 2 years now. They know their stuff. It may not be that they're actually more powerful. I know people bicker over implants making you more powerful, but in all fairness, the difference is marginal. And the real difference comes from the fact that the veterans know how the game is played. They know where to stand, positioning, they know the sounds, they know the maps, they know everything about the game, or at least a lot of them do. And that means that a new player coming in who may not have that support structure of squads and that background knowledge just can't compete. And Koltyr will put them with like-minded people, new people, especially useful for the old PS4 release, which will have a whole wave of new people coming in. And these staging grounds, these training grounds as it were, will allow them to really kind of get to grips with things. They should also be pretty good for scrims as well, because obviously the devs knowing their stuff. If the devs could allow us on the old PTS server to get on here with characters, there's nothing stopping people from just getting on a set of characters, I suppose, or on Jaeger. That would be quite handy, because these big bases with all the devs know now should be relatively balanced, I would hope, and newbie friendly as well. So it should be handy, and it should be obvious and logical, and also hopefully make for some good videos as well. Okay, that's all I really wanted to say about that.